Learn more about Army careers in science, technology, engineering, and math at goarmy.com. More than 150 possibilities ready and waiting. We are here at the Esports Stadium, Arlington. We are now in our first best of three of the day here from Group H. We just saw Kansas State. They had advanced into the playoffs to fill out that 15th spot out of the 16 slots that are available. So let's go ahead and take a look at the schedule, though, to kind of break down how this day has been playing out so far. UTD, University of Texas Dallas, won their first matchup against Florida Gulf Coast University 16-9. Then we saw Kansas State defeat UTA at 16-6. UTD, of course, losing just now against Kansas State 16-7. Then you've got Florida Gulf Coast University now facing off against University of Texas at Arlington right now. So let's go ahead and reintroduce these teams, these rosters for it. We can start with Florida Gulf Coast University. We've got Faya, as well as Greatness, Parker, Terror, and Wad. They will all be joining us here in the game. So Faya had some really good rounds. Parker had the really good AWP as well, so we'll be looking out for that. As we take another look at some of the rounds that we saw, here's Faya with his MP9, and so again, some really solid rounds through the game there. But of course, they ended up losing to UTD in the end. But again, we're just kind of taking a look at some of the moments that happened in that first matchup of the day. Now, let's flip over to the other side, UTA. So UTA, we've got Nice Kai, we've got Cram, Sub-Zero Fiend, and Excavate, as well as Vader, of course, as you mentioned as well, May the 4th. So it's only possible here. As we take a look at some of the rounds here for UTA, you can see the op shots coming out there early. That was some nice shots coming in from Nice Kai as well. So just really some good moments that happened in the game. But UTA, of course, they had a really tough team to start their series against. They're against Kansas State University. And so now, let's go ahead and take a look again. This is our best of three. And in the very beginning, UTA is banning Vertigo. And then that leaves, then Inferno was then banned by FGCU. That's our first map is Nuke. Nuke is getting some airtime today. So then we'll see Mirage that will be picked up by FGCU. Then Train and Overpass were banned. Of course, the last map to be chosen between. And then that leaves us with Dust 2. I've been checking in chat and stuff. Greatness even said himself, don't get too excited about seeing Dust 2. He doesn't believe that we'll actually see that one in the end. So here's your maps that we've got for you. UTA, of course, picking Nuke, and then FGCU with Mirage, and then finally Dust 2 if needed. What are your thoughts on these map picks here?
Well, looking at it, Mirage going by the side of FGCU, I don't think that's too surprising, as I think they might have watched that series against UTA on versus Kansas State and might have thought themselves, hey, you know, we see some things that we might be able to also exploit against this UTA team, and so that's where we're going on to that side. On the side for Nuke being the first one out, I will say that's a little curious, considering UTA actually bans Nuke against Kansas State in their series, so I don't know. I can't really speak to the side of Nuke. We'll just have to see how it shakes up for that one, and it could be that they feel confident with either how they were playing on, it was Overpass, could be confident with how they were playing on that. Oh, excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong one. It could be how they were feeling confident with the AWP on Mirage, and they want to take that AWP, try to shift it into the hands where they need it to be, and shift it to finding some advantages for themselves on that CT side, as you mentioned, and as we even heard from the interview with Penguin. They just get some momentum on that CT side, try to run away with all of it, and then take the map. So that's really all I can really think of for that, but I'm not surprised to see Mirage come out on the side of FGCU.
Yeah, a big call out we can talk about here for a second is FGCU has selected the CT side on Nuke, and I mean the first half is going to tell us a lot about this game. There's no question. If FGCU can lock it down, I think both of these teams, based off of just what I've watched from the very first map from both of them, I feel like it's going to be whichever team has a solid. I'm going to rephrase that. If we see FGCU have a solid CT side, if they're close to 11-4, if they get to 11-4, I feel very confident that FGCU will win the game. If it's a 9-6, 8-7 in favor of VGCU on the CT side, then at that point I would suspect seeing UTA taking it. But here we have it, starting off here on Nuke of our best of 3. We'll be kicking off here in just a moment as we have the pistol round coming our way. Again, FGCU starting on the CT side, UTA on the T side. We'll see. John, take it away.
Here we go. The first round of the lower bracket has begun, as we see, as you mentioned it, the first round of the T side for FGCU. They are taking it outside. They're going to meet one player, and that is Cram, who's going to find an opening. Gets flashed off, and now we see Excobat able to find one player there in Faya. And that is the bomb being dropped in Mini. As these players are now going to force their way through. They didn't expect it to be there, and he's able to find 2 quick picks. So he's got 3 for the round. And it's down to a 3v2. They still have the bomb in their full control. One player's taking it towards heaven, and that is Parker.
Yeah, I just noticed as it looks like actually UTA is on the CT side, so still same rules still apply. What I mentioned, just flip the teams for who's who. So if UTA has a solid CT side, then we'll expect something different. But and there you have it. So Vader is going to pick up the first round with his teammates there from UTA. So now, winning the pistol round. Bomb was, yeah, so there we have UTA taking it. So now, we'll pay attention to what they've got. We got UMP, MP9. We got a full, just a whole variety show happening here for UTA. Got a scout in the hands of Cram. But yeah, there we go. So, Vader going to hold down the ramp room with this UMP. And Excabit is going to play with this MP9. Pretty tight. He's advanced pretty far, and now he's going to decide to go ahead and fall back. Sub-Zero Fiend has got a FAMAS here in this round, so that's interesting to see. And so this is slow and steady. I'm kind of curious why FGCU is elected to be this patient with this round. Maybe because Vader had smoked off ramp room early, and that's where their plan of attack was going to be, and they were going to go off a contact. But so far, there's been no one that has played this. There's been no move yet. And here comes the creep. They waited for that smoke to go. Oh, the double coming in from Cram with the scout. And Cram has picked up another one. He's looking for this this final kill of the round. But again, just a quick little flick of the wrist. And he just barely misses. But Cram picking up that scout headshot. That was dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty.
Headshot collateral.
Yes, yes.
Even dirtier to what you had mentioned. So that's a great start here from UTD. Pretty much what you'd expect after you win the pistol on Nuke. And now they're on the CT sides. They don't reinvest. We saw this last time at the side of Kansas State, and we'll see how UTD decides to use it. Once it got to the third round, they decided to invest into some weaponry. Faya's actually found a pick onto Cram.
Oh, and that was after Cram just had a really nice round there.
Yeah, and it was the Scout v Scout, and it seems like the hands of Faya.
Oh,
they actually have an AWP. I didn't notice that. Must have double saved entirely, not even buying a deagle for himself. And so
Parker's going glass cannon, so
that he is. A round like this, it might pay off for him as Excabit's going to find one. He's going to get out of that position. He wants to make sure no one's chasing him down. Grenade does 2 damage to greatness. So it's not quite the 455 round or utility damage that we saw last game, but it could start adding up as the half goes by. And once again, we're seeing a push towards the B ramp. Seeing the bomb actually going out now. They haven't found anyone. Greatness being the bomb carrier. You start to see they just quietly are starting to make their way down to that B bomb site.
Vader heard that step. No, none of their teammates are reacting to it yet. Vader's watching an interesting angle. He's not. That's what I was wondering. He's not watching above. And now they check the angle. He finds himself an AK.
Well, not quite yet. There we go. He saw it on the ground, hadn't picked it up yet, and not able to get his crosshair in the right positioning as Vader goes down. And Wad able to find 2, as this seems to be the 1v3 left for Excabit. He's going to find one, gets a little bit too obsessed with the AK in front of him. Oh, he's able to find another one, but Wad using that AK to close it out. Corey, I think they're getting too tunnel vision on the guns in the ground, as you can see there. It's like, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
2 times. Not to say that was the whole reason they lost the round. Obviously, great shots coming on the side as the person we're staying on board with right here. First round on the board for FGCU, and that's going to hurt the economy, that of UTA. We only see an MP9 coming out now. Deagle, CZ, and a P250 as Vader takes some damage as he drops down from heaven. And now they're trying to get aggressive in the lobby. It's not going to do it, and that's going to close out the round. So Greatness getting 3 kills with that Galil in this round. We're tied up just like that, 2-2. Let's see how much momentum that FGCU can carry away, Corey.
Something to pay attention to is UTA. Of course, they're the ones that chose Nuke, and FGCU decided to start on the T side. It was their choice. And sometimes what you do, you choose that because you want to prove to yourself that you can be an impact player, that you can make an impact in the game early, being on the more difficult sides. That way, whenever you're on the second side, when you're on the CT side, you can basically carry over their momentum. But that's, as you can see, they feel very confident in this game. As Wad with a really nice shot, and he's going to queue too fast. And Wally's going to go up on top. Nice Kai up top. Getting that delay and throwing the molly. Didn't push him out until just now. And then Vader on the rotate. And Vader loses the gunfight against the 12 HP of Wad. So 3-2 now.
Something I want to call out that round is Faya actually had the scout, and he won the battle against the AWP. So Cram not able to have that impact as we saw on some lights from him on Mirage previously. And the scout just being so strong from Faya. Or, yes, the scout.
Yeah, it was early. There was a scout on scout. Now Parker's got his op in hand. We talked about it before, the stickers on it. He's got Fallen, Skadoodle, and
who's
Kenny
the third
S.
one, Corey? There you go.
Yeah. Kenny S is one of my... I was a huge fan of Kenny S back in the day. Still working the outside. See if he spots somebody. Just go ahead and spam the wall a little bit. Reposition here. And the action's happening on the inside. Of course, there's a save round coming in for the CTs for UTA. And Terror. The AK has some recoil. And Vader on the flank. And jumping Greatness. Uh-huh. 4-2 now.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about that other than
Yep.
just a small little chuckle.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all that's need to be said as we head into round number 7. Money's starting to look real good on the side of FGCU. UTA, once again, we're seeing that AWP coming out for Cram. He decides to go Glass Cannon. Has not been successful with finding any picks with that weapon, however. We see Vader now holding down the lone representative at B ramp. And the lone stopping force, so if they take him out, that should be the site. They do not. Faya is the first one to get picked. Doesn't take any damage either as Vader. So holding confidently from that position. So we still see some movement over there. He's actually dropped down. Didn't want to get overtaken, and it seems like his teammates are still holding true to their positioning. They don't want to give anything up, and we're seeing now they're pushing towards that lobby, that B room, as they make their way all the way around, trying to wrap towards heaven. We saw this previously from Kansas State. They actually take this room, and then they decided to take it through A. Looking like they want to go outside. Don't think they'll expect this, but Greatness finds one, and that's going to create some havoc now. As Parker's making his way into Mini. He's going to get a footsteps and looks away. Doesn't expect a man to be there and takes him down, and Wad's able to find the shots from heaven. That's going to open up the bomb site as they drop down now. Greatness still holding up towards heaven. It's left to Vader, the one man who found the first pick, is going to be the last man surviving here for UTA, and he's going to save this weapon. We'll have to see if FGCU wants to hunt this down, but in their eyes, I think they're happy to walk away with round number 5 on the board. As you've mentioned, Corey, and as we've talked about, this is a CT-sided map with FGCU fighting for 5 rounds on the board for himself. And as you mentioned, sometimes it's good to start off with that momentum on the T side, see what you can get, because you're confident in your CT side, and feel better about knowing that we can hold rounds versus we have to get rounds now. As Greatness is able to find himself the AWP, we're going to see that go into the hands of Parker for next round. Oh my goodness, a team knife.
Just a high five, a friendly high five. Didn't work out. It happens.
Usually we've seen those at the beginning of rounds, Corey, but now we see one at the end of round. That actually takes a gun out of their hands. I'm sure they're not feeling too bad about that, as their money's okay, but that happens again. Now we might have to have more questions as to whether that was intentional or not. So here we go. We're seeing the stack onto that B side. They're going to be running right through into the hands of the AK and Greatness. The guy who said, don't worry about this going to 3 rounds, or 3 maps, he finds 3 kills for himself. And now the team's going to be running their way into the A site. That is the bomb in the hands of Wad, and he's getting that down now. And that Molotov misses. Doesn't land towards heaven. And now one player's going to take advantage of that. And it's Etskobit. He's going to see one there. Oh, he missed his shot. Shoots a little bit too early. Now, Nice Guy's giving up his position, not before taking out one player. And Parker and Wad's able to find another nice shot for himself. He's 12 of 3. Greatness sitting on 10 and 4 is the second behind him. Faya being very good with that scout. And those are actually the only 2 kills he's had in this game as we take another look at that 3K to start the round. And that was an eco for the side of UTA. Once again, we're seeing the AWP in the hands of Cram. We're seeing him go towards that outside position in garage. Hasn't made an impact yet. The smokes have gone down towards outside, not watching it. And again, we're seeing those smokes go down, yet the player's moving to that B ramp site. The lone representative is once again Vader. I feel like in this position, Cram hasn't been able to make enough impact, and here they go. Vader's going to find one. We saw him find one last time and fall back, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to call for his teammates to rotate. I was going to mention Cram was the guy who could potentially support in this B site, this B ramp position, but they are holding it now this time. Vader finding himself in the same position we saw previously. They will be pushing on through the site slowly as the Molotov goes down. They thought Vader was here, and they are correct to do so, but that Molotov not stretching enough as they believe it has stretched, and that's going to be the demise of Faya. Soon to follow is Terror, and there it is. Sub-Zero Fiend finding the kill and finding the 3rd round on the board for his team. 6-3 still in favor of FGCU, and they've got a lot of rounds to go before they can break the money.
Yeah, if you're in UTA's shoes right now, it's you have to win every round from here on out, because already the score line is just not pretty. So we'll see. They're going to be working here towards the outer train yard right now. Molly coming out, slowing them down on the outside for a second. Now the quick peek, and Greatness giving some cover fire there onto and winning that bounce. Cram on the outside. He's stuck in garage as he caused a little bit of leg damage. There goes the bomb carrier. You're going to make that call out. Oh, and through the legs as Cram missing the shot. And now it's down to a 3-on-3. Parker's wounded. He's down to 5 HP now. Nice Kai is watching. Now he's going to check his angles here. Quick little peek. Nice Kai. He does not see him there. They have not pushed up yet. And Wad, we're about to see some conflict here. Nice Kai is the last one here for UTA. And there you go. He will not win the fight against Parker, who was already low on health. But 7-3. And UTA, this is going to be tough. Especially, this is their map pick, too. That's not good.
We're seeing a lot of very similar positioning as well for UTA. As they're playing pretty much exactly the same, as Cram is able to find himself a pick onto Greatness outside. That's a good start. I was just about to mention he hasn't been able to find the most impacts, kills. We saw last round he was able to take 2. Shooting through the legs, could have found himself a 3rd. Just unfortunate how that one shook up. Graham trying to make some impact outside. As now we're seeing, ooh, nice shots there from Nice Kai. Able to take down Parker. It seems as if FGCU might have gone a little bit too aggressive trying to take fights, these one-off fights, not even using utility. As now they've made their way onto the A site, and caught off guard is Escobit. Thought he had a teammate watching him. They do not have the bomb, however. That is still stuck outside, so they're going to find all these kills. That's a nice shot, pulling out the pistol there. able to take him on, and he's able to find these 1v1s like he's finding right now. He can actually make this happen. Vader able to sneak on through and close out the round. That got a little bit close there, closer than it needed to be, but UTA, yeah, you see you saw him shaking his hand, he cut it by accident, and that kind of is the example for that round. As we see the opening pick there from Cram. And that's how the bomb was able to get down right there. Through Wad being picked off. So that is round number 4 on the board here for UTA. As it looks to be a fast A hit this time around. Excuse me, they're just taking their way towards the lobby. Seems as if they like making their way over to that B ramp. Corey, what we haven't seen yet out of FGCU is a quick A hit. We've seen them attack that B bomb site successfully and unsuccessfully. But we haven't seen them make their way quickly out to that A site using a grenade perhaps to blow up Squeaky, run right through, try to get some utility out. They're still taking their time, trying to find these gunfights where they can.
Yep, Vader's under a lot of gunfire right now, as he has completely given up ramp room and went to a new position, not the same one that we've seen him go to every time.
We've seen a lot of this setup, so we see the rotation actually coming through now from Sub-Zero Fiend, and
yeah, they gave away a lot of ground there, and Cram getting spotted on the outside.
And now they're running into the A site. Excavate reveals his position by throwing down the smoke. He has no idea. He heard the door open, but they don't see him, and he's able to find one. He's got to pick up more than just one, and they do. They're not checking for his position, and he's able to find 3. That's going to haunt them, but the bomb goes down. Vader's got a kit, but he's got 46 life to work with, and they are not close to this site for now. Terra's holding the angle that he needs to be, but he's being found by Vader through heaven. And nice shots there from Vader. He's able to take it down. The force is with him today, as round number 5 is going to go on the side of UTA. Starting to dwindle is the money on the side of FGCU. They're going to have one more gun round before it starts to get dicey, but there's only 2 rounds left of this half, so they're not feeling too bad. They've still got 7 rounds on the board, and as you mentioned, Corey, UTA's got to start swinging some in their favor.
Yeah, well, at this point, they have to win every single round. Unless they have a very solid T side, which is all possible. I mean, you could have some really solid T strats that you feel that we're not going to be, you feel confident in. But we'll see how this one plays out. But right now, FGCU has really good control because of the first part of this half.
And Parker missed that jump, and Sub-Zero Fiend actually heard him, and then peeked out and was found.
Yeah, Parker's still going to fight there, and he does. He finds Cram. And so just like that, it's left up to 2 players who are both in the A bomb site.
Vader went down as well, which we know that is the player onto the B ramp, which opens up that B bomb site, and the bomb is going to go down shortly. Clearing all their angles first before they do so. They actually even haven't found the bomb site yet. It looks like now they have. The bomb is now being planted by Wad. Ooh. Well, we didn't get to see it, but you only heard 1 bullet being used. Nice guy getting 1 tapped out of the server. Now Excavate's going to find some contact here. He finds the first one of the fight, and now he's got a task in front of him as his position is revealed. He's going to reveal to us now that he is saving for this round. He's going to run into 1 player here, and that's Parker. And Parker's not able to win that fight. It's now a 2v1. And still, yeah, he wouldn't have the time to book it that fast. He'd basically have to get there and instantly start defusing. He's able to take 2 out of the round, however. And the money is low on the side of FGCU, so that does help. However, they will get the round, and they will have the guns they need moving it forward, so it wasn't enough damage to prevent them from having anything to this next round. As we see on the flip side, UTA, some players are low enough to which they're going to buy everything they can, and some of them are not going to have rifles, so we might see... Oh, man, I did my math wrong, Corey. I said 2 more rounds of this half.
It's all good.
Yeah, it turned... You know what it was? It was the round ended, and then it turned to 13. Which made me think that was 13, but that was not. And now we see the grenade blowing up Squeaky, and they're running right on through. Excavate's actually going to find a kill onto Greatness as they're trying to barge in. They know 1 player is Heaven. And as he's getting support... Oh my goodness, what happened there? That wasn't your teammate. Cram just walks right on in. No one was watching Mini as he finds 3. I would love to see a replay of that. I have no idea how Cram was able to just walk his way through. Maybe there was a smoke there and they didn't expect it. He just walked right in front of the Molotov. You see the player absolutely caught off guard. And that's going to spell out the round. What a strange way to take a bomb site there for UTA. Take it back, I should say. And here's Fire. As you see, he's like, whoa, hey a second, who are you? Day number 5. They still think I'm part of the team.
Nice.
As we see 8-6 here. Now, truly the round before the half. We're seeing AWP in the hands of Cram again, holding that outside position, as is Parker jumping from Marshmallow. It still takes damage this time. He missed the jump again. That same 9 Dan. Let's see if that haunts him. Vader's now got himself an AK as he holds this position. He sees one. He was a little bit too far forward, and now that's going to be a pickup on him. And Faya is able to find Cram. He has won that exchange with the scout so many times in this half. Yes. I wonder if that has to hurt the confidence of Cram at all. But now making their way down towards the B-bomb site, Parker's able to find the fight on Sub-Zero, and he wins it, drops the Molotov, doesn't want anyone poking towards Mini. Excavate's working his way towards Secret. There's a lot of players not on the site right now. If they knew that, they might have tried to crash and find an opening, as Nice Guy's now revealed his position towards ramp, working with his teammate coming from, okay, the opposite side. And there's going to be a pickup, but Terror quick to exchange. This Nice Guy is not going to be able to close it out. It's 9-6 at the half for FGCU on their T side. That is a strong showing there on UTA's map pick. 3-11 from Sub-Zero. You'd love to see him step it up as they go to this T side. So, Corey, I've got a feeling that we're going to see a very fast B rush here.
I don't know. Something has to happen. The pistol round is an absolute must for UTA, as they won the pistol round on the CT side. I just feel like this is a must. They have to win this, because otherwise FGCU is just, of course, that much closer. But it's going to take UTA. Well, it allows FGCU to get to where they want to be in economy-wise faster.
Oh, and they're running out. Look at that. They're running out. They're going to be met by no one. Is there anyone even on the site for... There's no one on the site for FGCU. They just ran out there. They were expecting a hit. And now there's one person poking out, but it's not going to be enough. He can't take on 5 people unless he's absolutely a madman. But now they're starting to win these fights, and Cram's going to take out 2. He's going to even up the odds as much as he can. But Watt, he is doing it all for his team, and he's got 2 to close out that round, and that is the pistol, Corey. You said UTA had to win it. They were unable to do so. So now we're going to have to see how they try to fight this uphill battle on their map pick.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think FGCU, whenever they played against UTD, they did win the pistol round. And what they did on Overpass is they actually gave up the bomb site just like they did. So that's the second time we've seen FGCU on the CT side play a retake on the pistol round. So if anybody ends up having to play them again, that's something I would be paying attention to. Flashbang's coming out. Oh, the taps from the FAMAS. Oh no, Nice Guy. That's your teammate.
He makes up.
There you go. You found the right one that time, but Faya from behind. 11-4 now. Sometimes you get into a rhythm, and Nice Guy was just waiting for the peak. Well, turns out it was a teammate. 11-6 now.
Oh, look at that. We see the auto shotgun come out, so another gun to be added to the inventory list here. As we see once again, UTA taking it towards the outside, as we actually see a very quick lobby push, and oh my goodness, there's 3 people out there. Now they're going to make their way towards Secret. They are just going to book it since they know that those players are there. However, with that said, FGCU could very well make their way back towards the site. So UTA, if I'm them, I'm wanting to push far forward, but right on the other side of this smoke is a shotgun waiting for them. And they have a feeling that this is dangerous. They have got a feeling. And they say, you know what? That smoke is too tantalizing for us. We are going to turn it right back on around. No thank you, as they exit Secret now.
All right, Vader starting off down below, see if he can help his team. Oh, nice job by Exhibit finding Parker, but look out. Oh, they were. And just like that, FGCU is just falling. Oh, but look out. Oh, man. He actually switched over to the MP9 as well now. He's got health. He's got the health advantage, and they actually took down the bomb carrier.
I was about to say, if he kept that shotgun, that could have done a lot of damage against 19 health opponents, but finding himself at too far of an angle, Vader's finally going to stop the bleeding for their T side now. They find their first. 11-7 in favor of FGCU. Now we see the weaponry coming out, the AWP in the hands of Faya. We saw he was able to win those bouts against Cram, but Cram not getting that AWP this time, sticking on the AK. 2 players still sitting in the spawn for UTA. There they go. Looks like they were just debating on which grenade they wanted over the other. And again, taking it towards the outside. Four players slowly trying to make their way towards Secret. Let's see what's going on out there. As now that they've made it across, seems like there might have been some smokes and just spraying on through. Now once again, we're going to see that smoke that stops them last time. And it appears to have stopped them again as they're making their way out of Secret for the second time. They really do not like that smoke in front of them as Parker's going to find one onto Cram, and Faya's found another one onto Sub-Zero. Nice guy just kind of walking around outside trying to absorb all that sunlight that he can. He's missing it. Now he's going to rejoin his team towards Secret as they make their way towards the B bomb site. I believe there's only one player here, and that is Terra, as you can see him there. They're going to go from below him, so let's see how he can adjust. We saw a nice entry last game from Pure Penguin. As they just open the door and see what they can find, a Molotov goes out, trying to contest the other door, and now that should spark some rotation coming through. As the bomb's going down, Terra's able to find one, he's able to find two, and Wad's able to join him and get the third. That's going to close it out, and the guns were not able to find them around as UTA, as now the money is looking quite rough, as round number 12 on the board for FGCU, getting closer to getting to their map pick on Mirage.
Awesome. So there you have it. So the FGCU is playing pretty well here. As now they're going to be pushing here towards the squeaky door and getting just burned alive. And Wad makes it easy. But of course you see greatness coming in there at the end. So FGCU 13 and you've got UTA at 7.
Yep. You know what they say, easy breezy quadruple kill, and that's what Wad walked away with on that round. Was an eco, however, and so we see the full stack coming out for UTA. 2 players missing some bits of utility, but they've got more than enough. Once again, this outside hit's coming through. Excuse me, the outside smokes, I should say. So they're now finding themselves in lobby. Green is able to find one, but immediately traded back. That is in the lobby. Got aggressive, saw what he could see, and able to find one. Is nice shot there from Parker. UTD now finding themselves again in an uphill battle in round number 21. No one has the bomb quite yet. That is sitting right outside of spawn, and Parker able to find Cram this time. Rotating away from that smoke, and he's picked up yet another for himself as they go back for the bomb now. Excavate is the one to pick it up. And Vader is joining him, and it looks like they're going to make their way towards the B ramp.
Yeah, currently I'm not seeing the signs of why UTA wanted to be on nuke. What I'm mentioning is I'm not seeing any like executed strats. I'm not seeing anything that like just stands out that says like this is their dominant map right now.
I have to agree with you, Corey. It shows that they banned that in their previous series, and maybe as we're seeing why they don't necessarily feel the most comfortable here.
But yeah, it's your first map pick. I mean, that's what doesn't make sense. They're the ones that chose nuke.
But here we go. Let's see how they try to take the safe side. They drop it down from heaven, get some Molotovs in. That's going to be the bomb, at least, unless Faya's got other things to say. And yes, it will be. He runs through the fire, as he's so familiar with it, but immediately gets the defuse. That's 14 on the board for UTA. Did I just say 14 on the board for UTA?
I don't know.
I feel like that. I'm just blinking now, and I just feel like I said 14. It's 14-7 in favor of FGCU. AKs are coming out thanks to that bomb plant that came at the last moments there. If they don't get this round, this is surely the map, as next round they will be on an unfortunate bye, to say the least, as they finally change up their strategy. Do not use smokes towards outside, namely because they don't have any. And the only smoke we see is on Excavate, as I find myself a mosquito.
These are the real details that we need to know about, John.
Sorry, my brain said squirrel.
Yes. Skeeter.
It flew away from me, just as this round flew away from UTA, and now this is going to be incredibly rough for them. Not the best money situation. We're going to see something very similar to what we did last round. They're going to have some rifles, but no utility to work with. We see a Galil in the hands of Sub-Zero, so that he can buy his smoke and a flash. We even see a decoy coming out, pulling out all the tricks. He's UTA for this final round and this first map, potentially.
All right, so you got the op coming out here for Parker. Still, they've done really good. This could be the final round of the first map of this best of 3. And, oh, Parker just missing. No.
How unfortunate is that?
Oh, man, that's funny.
You really don't see that very often, and that just is completely killed his momentum, and it's just foreshadowing for the rest of the round, completely killing the momentum of UTA as 3 players shut down.
It's not over yet.
It is not over yet. Faya finding himself in a bad position.
Flashbang.
Oh, he thought a player was going to poke out there. I thought the X-ray, he could see it too, but he does not, as Watt is able to close out the round for his team, and 16-7 on UTA's map pick of Nuke. Not exactly the showing we would expect from a team's map pick, but we move on to Mirage.
Yeah, 16-7. Ooh. Yeah, that map did not look like UTA's map pick. Again, I'm always looking, like, whenever you see somebody choose a map, you're looking for, like, particular, like, details that are like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a nice strat. Okay, I see why that. Oh, yeah, the pistol looks really good. Like, you know, you see, like, little details of things. You're like, okay, I understand what you were trying to do. I just didn't see any of that in that game. That's what I was looking for. I just didn't see it. So, but in the end, FGCU, they win 16-7. And so now that's going to take us into our second map. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be on Mirage again. But hey, I like Mirage. Mirage is a good map. So we'll be right back here from Esports Stadium Arlington with map number 2 after this. Reload Collegiate CSGO Invitational is brought to you by U.S. Army. More than 150 careers. Find your What's Your Warrior best fit at GoArmy.com. We're here at the Esports Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The reason why that's important is because we just saw UTA losing their very first map against FGCU. What I'm hoping to see, we see UTA from time to time come to the facility. They're playing Rocket League. They're playing League of Legends. We even see them playing Counter-Strike. They come to the facility and they practice. I might have to step in and have some conversations with them in the team rooms now, because there was a interesting map choice, and then after that it was an interesting execute or lack thereof on particular strats. And so we'll see what they can do. Maybe they've got something different up their sleeves, and we'll see what they have in store for us on Mirage. So map number 2, which was picked by FGCU, they end up, they'll be playing on Mirage. And I believe that then UTA decided that they want to play on the T side on Mirage. I'll have them correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what they also selected, which is also very interesting that you want to start off on the T side as well. So we'll find that out here in a second too. So you expect certain things. You have a level of expectations, and certain times they're just not met. So what I want to see hopefully is a better game here. But FGCU played pretty well. What was really I was also looking forward to seeing Parker have some really awesome op shots. And it was Faya with his scout is what we saw. So we'll see that as well. We're, of course, here on Mirage, where FGCU, they lead this series 1-0 over UTA. And so we'll see how this will start off. And I was correct. UTA is starting off on the terrorist side, and we'll see if what they can do here as well. So, John, I'll let you take it away. I'll let you talk a lot in the last game. I'm going to let you continue that as well here on Mirage.
Thank you so much, Corey. You are so kind. So as we get into Mirage, I want to keep an eye on the matchup of Faya versus Cram, because we saw, as you mentioned, the scout absolutely shutting him down, having more impact than the AWP, as Vader is now just running his way forward. He says, join me on the dark side of the force, and actually, he's getting put down, and didn't quite work out for him there, but he was able to at least find the information in some players, but sometimes you need to find the shots, as it's now a 2v3. Not in the favor of UTA, as Wad's going to find the last player, and Excavate, as both of them not finding the shot, and there it is. Excavate able to come out on top of that. He's got to reload. It's only 2 bullets left. Faya knows exactly where he went to. He's holding the crosshairs, and he's, not able to find the head. So now Excavate, he's got only 1 player to find, and he's, oh my goodness, he got so close, but greatness. Closing out the pistol round for himself and his team on this CT side. And we've seen the momentum that they can run with against UTA, and UTA with their backs against the wall, I'm sure they would have loved to have that one for themselves. But now it's just a memory, as they have the Glocks, the P250s, and a singular Deagle.
All right, see where they're going to execute now. We've got one player that's currently watching mid. There's another one heading down towards underpass, and that's going to be Cram. Ooh, nice guy. He's able to take out Wad, and Cram gives away his position, saying, hey, guys, I'm here. And that right there with the scout is Parker. Oh, no, you're on fire, and right into the hands of terror.
Perfect.
We actually saw that from Nice Guy's perspective, which I actually appreciate. Oh, the taps. All you need to do is finish the job with, I was about to say you almost had a collat. And Vader is going to go ahead and hide for a little bit, peeks back out, and that's going to finish the job there. And now Terra's going to say, wait a minute. Are you attacking my teammate? But Parker picks up 2 with the scout there inside of mid. 2-0 now. As part of me, the reason why I say Florida Gulf Coast University, I say it over and over again, is because I also want to just say fighting games.
Fighting game community
university. And I slow it down in my head, and I'm like, yeah. Yep. So Florida Gulf Coast University, FGCU, and woo. Super Zero Fiend, or some Super Zero.
Corey, would you like for me to start talking again?
All right, go ahead.
So we see the 3 picks there, and that is going to give him the sight.
Oh, that's funny. Super Zero.
Super Zero. Super Zero.
I might. Hopefully he changes his name to Super Zero.
Oh, because of you?
No, just it just sounds cool now.
Super Zero. It's kind of
Super
funny.
Zero Fiend. Sub-Zero Fiend with 3.
Oh my goodness!
He's got a 4th. Oh, thank goodness he didn't get an ace on that, because that would have been the worst clip ever for him. He's like, it's just me talking about his name being Super Zero Fiend.
Both of us going Super Zero.
And he gets an ace.
Guys, check out this super clip. Got to turn off the sound though. Why? It's corrupted. The audio's corrupted. There is no sound. He turns it on. No, turn it off.
But Sub-Zero getting the opening there. Oh man. If anything, we'll show it in a replay later on of him getting 3K, but Sub-Zero helped out his team there, and so now you can see this is a weird buy from FGCU. Faya's got a scout, Parker's got an op, and the CZ coming out for Wad. What a weird buy. And why? Parker does get 1 with the op. And Terror is going to fall, and so will Greatness. And now it's left up to the two primary weapons. And there goes Parker. Again, why? Oh, but there's why.
That was actually the bomb.
Yep, Faya.
Well, we saw the damage he can do with this scout on Nuke, and he's going to find himself an AK. A 1v3 situation. He might find the individual 1v1.
He's getting choked at the same time from all sides. But Cram takes him out. That's the second round coming in for UTA. That was a weird why.
It was. If he actually found that first pick at mid, I mean, he had to watch his front and back at the same time, which is nearly an impossible task.
Yeah, heading towards mid is not the right call, even though you had the bomb down. He could have just had the AK and kept it. But no, they'll be broke going into the 5th round.
They will be. They've got some flash grenades, and they've got some deagles. No nice guy can get some shots, but he's on the other team, so too bad for your FGCU in this round, as this looks like it's coming to an end quite rapidly. As Faya, once again, the last player surviving, holding towards connector. He heard your notes. He said, going towards mid's not the play. He says, all right, well, I'm just going to wait here then. As now he starts making his way towards mid, perhaps heard some sound, and he just sees the corpses of his past teammates. They know they took down one, so perhaps going to look for that gun, and there it is on the ground. He's going to find himself an AK again. Had no success with it, and maybe this time he's just going to riot. He's going to try and hide himself away, because he's absolutely not contesting this site. He's on the opposite site, in fact. UTA is going to walk with their 3rd round on their map, not their map pick of Mirage, but their side pick. As he goes, haha, they can't see me in the shadows.
That's exactly what he was thinking.
I think that's what he sounds like, too, exactly.
Yeah. Sounds like Don LaFontaine. The voiceover guy. Come on, man. Anyway, so Faya, he'll be able to save the AK. Don LaFontaine is the one that does all the movie trailers.
Oh.
Yep. In a world.
Whoa, that was pretty good. You sure it's not you?
It's not.
Corey?
It's not, because I would not be here.
That
I would
is
work.
true.
He works. You want to know something that's crazy? He can work 13 days, and he's fine for the rest of the year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how iconic his voice is, though. In a world.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Where UTA is a 3-2. I don't have nearly as close as you have, Corey. That was embarrassing.
University of Texas at Arlington, leading.
Okay, you sound like Batman.
I'm Batman.
Where is she?
First try. I always go back to the Lego movie for the Batman.
Yeah, that's what you sound like. You sound like Lego Movie Batman.
What's his name?
I knew it wasn't real Batman.
Is it Will Arnett? Is that his name?
Yes.
Oh man, he also Will Arnett does the Lego Masters, which is a new series. I think that's on NBC or something like that. I've watched that all the way through. He's hilarious, Will Arnett. In a world.
That's what you sound like. You sound like Lego Batman.
Lego Batman. I'll take it.
I liked those Lego movies. As a kid who loved Legos as a kid, that's a compliment, Corey.
I know. I took it as a compliment. All right, so now UTA is going to be attacking here towards the A-bomb site as they let us finish our dialogue. As if Parker tries to peek out, it's not going to happen. So they're making their way to it. They're still just going back and forth. This is a complete battle here over the bomb site. And Cram over the top. He's just saying everybody's going down, even the wood. Has 22 seconds left in. Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Why you have to reload?
Able to find him is Terror.
All right, 3-3 now. As FGCU find their way back onto the board.
That's absolutely correct. I think the only voiceovers that I feel good about is like the Super Street Fighter, the Turbo with like Sagat, and then like the guy from Halo. Double kill, triple kill,
Yeah.
unfreaking believable. You know that guy. But with that said. We'll focus more on the match now, as UTA is trying to work their way towards these B apartments. There's two players towards mid, and that is Cram and Sub-Zero. Oh my goodness, I am looking at the...
You want to know something,
I
John?
cannot know. I don't want to know something.
No, this is something I think you'll want to know.
Go ahead, Corey.
All right, so I'll wrap up this round and then I'll share it. So
It was Excavit and Nice Kai. So I read it as Excavit was starting at 5, but he starts at 6. So that was where I messed up.
oh, gotcha. All right, so here we're going to see some smokes coming over the top. It's going to be over for Market and Greatness. Jumping AK spray. This is how I get up here. He'll get taken down by Sub-Zero Fiend. Famas being out here by Wad, and Wad picks up 2. So, John.
Yes, Corey.
This is our 4th map of the day, correct?
This is our 4th map, which is, oh, hey, I think this might be our 50th.
That's correct.
Oh, is that what you're going to say?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So 50 maps.
Oh, wait, this is our 5th map of the day. Wait, sorry.
No,
hold
it's
on.
our
Wait,
4th.
1, 2,
It's our
3.
4th.
Yeah. Oh, man. Uh-oh. It's starting to happen already. I haven't messed up names yet, but I think I'm on the trajectory.
All right, so this is our 5th map. You're correct. So I missed it by 1.
Wait a second. Hold. Now I'm
We're at
completely
51 maps now because Kansas State was our 50th.
You know what we should do? We should talk about the match now, as we see pistols coming out for UTA.
Well, that's what I was talking about. I just wanted to talk about why we're not talking about it because we've done 51 maps of Counter-Strike.
Actually, that's a solid defense. I'm going with it, Corey. As we see them being taken down one by one, Wad is saying Wad by Wad. He's taking them down. He's trying to find his 3rd. And Super-Zero Fiend is absolutely dodging all of these bullets. Oh, there he is. He saw it the last second there with a Tech 9.
He is still alive. That's what's funny.
He sure is. As you can see, all the bullets perfectly around his head there at Palace. And Greatness even wants to join in on the action. Sub-Zero Fiend now decides he wants to peek on where they know exactly where he's at. He sees the head of one, and they're going to call it out. They're going to start shooting at him again. There is 3 people collapsing. That says, we found him, finally. That is 5th round on the board for FGCU. Corey, what was the score of the last match?
16-7.
16-7, thank you.
And if you look up in the top left-hand side of your screen, we keep you posted on all your map picks.
Good call out, Corey. It's almost as if I was trying to let the people know they could look there. Totally intentional.
Yep, up in the top left, it's the team that picked the map, not the team that won the map, the team that picked the map, and then you see the score line. So it's 7-16 was the score line because UTA got 7.
I absolutely knew that was there. We've been here for 51 maps. How would I not know that?
Not as many best of 3s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Certainly.
As we see Parker trying to contest. Oh my, that's a nice shot there onto Vader.
Parker's much better with an AK than he is with an IWP. I'm just going to call it out because watching his flicks are really clean. And now Cram coming in here towards the A bomb site, trying to open things up. Terror going to quickly counter that one. I bet you Faya would be a better opper for his team than Parker.
Well, Faya being the scout player, I'm surprised he's not the top player. That's a nice pick from Nice Guy. Towards mid onto Parker. As we're talking about him, he gets removed. And it seems like they're starting to split their focus here. 1 player on each site for the side of FGCU. As we're seeing Greatness actually trying to make his way through underpasses. The bomb's going to go down, not in their favor. Terror's finding himself on the stairs with the smoke in front of him. Now they know where they're coming from. Lots of utility coming through, and Greatness actually going to get pegged by one of them.
Greatness has to backtrack into the smoke. And, he's going to get taken down by Excavit. And Terror now, last one. He's just trying to tap away, pop some heads, but UTA ends up picking up the round 4-5 now. So FGCU, they've got money in the bank. And Greatness has no question on how fast he's going to buy. He's not going to wait for his team.
Hey, who knows? Maybe he's the shot caller. So, Corey, I've got a question for you.
Yeah, shoot.
You had a magic round number for UTA on their T side, or when they were going against the T's and how they
What, about on Nuke?
Yes. What do you think is their magic number here? I understand it's a different map.
Yeah, Mirage is a tough one.
We saw how strong FGCU was in that second half, is my point.
I don't think the reason why I made the assessment was because it was how CT sided that map was and based off of the level of play that I was seeing there. Oh, man, look how close that was. He was a pixel
He thought
off.
he had his other shoes on that had the higher soles, you know? It was just one.
He just barely
He didn't have the
missing his
Dr. Scholl's in his shoes, and so he was a little shorter.
All right, and there's the little pop flash.
The double pop flash, and they check it, but Taylor's just holding down in place. Is he going to check it as nice guy? He will, and he will come out on top, but Faya.
Oh, the trade.
Hey, look, Faya's got the 8. Oh, well, they've got 2 of them.
Yep,
We had the same realization at the same time. As Faya's able to take down another one as they find a realization that he's still there and still doing damage.
We'll have to touch base with Parker here. This may be this round may get maybe a timeout because I think Parker is actually lagged out or something. As you see, you didn't even hear an op shot, and so Faya.
Oh no, he thought he had it.
Oh. So we'll probably see a tech pause here, or at least we should. Let's go and switch to Parker's view right now. Player 4. Yep, there it is. There's a tech pause. Yep. So we'll wait. This is an online series. But yeah, now did you see how well Faya played with that op?
He was gonna. I thought he was gonna take out the round, and he just started. He was playing really well with the op, but he didn't play well with the USP. He stopped shooting too early. Thought he had it. He was actually en route to get the ace for that round.
Well, yeah. Whenever you, I instantly whenever I saw Parker not move.
He had his knife out too.
Yeah, I wonder how long ago that happened too. Because we saw it from Parker's perspective of the smoke grenade bouncing just short of the. Yeah, so there you go. See him. He's now out of the server. So we'll wait and see. We'll get some information of where he is at. This is, again, as I mentioned earlier, this is a.
It's so funny how you can see their
an
shadow.
online tournament. Oh, coming off of the player.
Yeah,
there?
it's like when you see like the outlines, the chalk outlines of people on the ground.
That's where Parker was.
This is where he will return.
That's what he will return back. But it is an online tournament, so all things happen. There's so many different variables that come in whenever you add online play. But man, we're getting closer. Two more best of threes. Two including this one. Best of threes left today to find out who's going to be in our playoff bracket.
And as much as we've been joking around and having fun with this match, this is obviously a very serious match for both of these teams, as whoever loses this will go home.
Correct.
UTA already with their back against the wall had a little bit of a gimme in that last round since Parker disconnected, able to tie it up at 5-5. You got to wonder how that shakes up the momentum in that round, because Faya was definitely feeling it with the op. Had he closed it out there, he would have been able to get the 4. If he got the kill, it's hard to say if he was going to get the ace clutch, but that definitely starts shifting your momentum in the sense of, I know being in game, just speaking from my own experience of, if I stop shooting because I think I get a kill and then I look away and then I get killed, that it stings. It absolutely stings. And then knowing they lost that round because Parker wasn't with them is another bit of a mental blow. So the unfortunate circumstance might be shifting into UT's favor, but not to discredit FGCU. They've been playing great in this series so far.
Just from some of the replies and stuff that I've seen, just from conversation in chat for Discord, Greatness making some of his initial comments saying that we're not even going to see a third map. I don't think morale is necessarily as big of an issue in terms of like, I don't see them going, oh man, that stinks that Parker lagged out. For other teams, I'd say that could be a change in perspective. But like, you've got a player like Greatness. He's probably saying, no big deal, let's go. Come on, we got this. I mean, we won the first map. We won it 16-7. We're good. Like, I think he might be that type of personality for his team.
The moral support.
Yeah, I mean, just in the sense that he has a lot of confidence as well. So now we're going to see UTA. They decide to go here towards the B bomb site. Greatness here. Oh man,
my goodness.
Ooh, I don't know about that. Looked like a netcode issue, at least from an observer side. It does cause a lot. Oh, there you go. Parker with a nice deagle headshot.
He didn't even need that
Sub-Zero
headshot.
Fiend. Ooh, that was dirty.
He wasn't even full health. He could have gotten a body shot, but he wanted to make it stylish from long range, getting that headshot. The bomb's gone down for the side of UTA as Faya's on a flank. It seems like there is one player in Excabit holding that angle with the AWP, so he's got to be careful. If he misses that shot, however, he is on 14 health. One deagle shot will be able to close him out. Nice Kai finding up a nice shot for himself again. Seems like he's so fast to find these headshots, and I think at this point he's only looking for exits. Is Faya, as they're going to run right into his grasp. They're going to flash out, and ooh. If Excabit missed that shot, that could have potentially been both lives on the line there. But he finds it, and that finds number 6 on the board for UTA. As their money's starting to get a little bit better,
yeah,
you see guns come out. They have to, I would say for UTA, this is a must-win round for their not their morale, but like for their momentum in this half.
Yeah, so what we just saw from UTA is pretty standard. I say standard, it happens a lot. where UTA decided to rush a bomb site quickly after a long pause. It's just some of those shock and awe tactics from the T side whenever a long pause happens because you're like, oh, we weren't ready for it. And so that's what we saw. They took over the B bomb site pretty quickly, and so it gave the other team very little time. This is weird. Okay, all right, so everybody is an opper on FGCU, including Greatness. Greatness has got an op. Let's see where he's playing his position. He's holding down the apartments, B apartments.
Can we look at mid again? Can we see where Parker's at?
So there's Greatness.
I want to see where Parker's at. Because he's holding on to connect. Okay, he's watching this angle. Because if you look at Wad, he is absolutely exposed. And he's going to be seen here. He's going to have to fall off that angle because he was standing on top of the railing. But there we go. Parker's coming alive with this op now. He's taken down 2, including the bomb. They know that 2 players are still at mid. He's going to see another one, but Excavate finds him first. So that is at least some rejuvenation into this round. That's got to feel good. And now they've got mid. On the other side is Terror. He's going to hear the footsteps. Oh, he's not going to find him, though. That M4 getting the headshot's not enough to do it. You got to get 2 of them, and that's why he's at 10 HP.
Yeah,
Faya. He's got himself in a great position. Reveals it a bit early, and ooh, uncomfortable spray there. Could have taken the 1 and hit himself, and the bomb's going to go down. As we said, it was a must-win round for UTA. They're starting to get it into their favor as we see the AWP in the hands of Greatness, and Wad has an M4 as Excavate falls off towards a ramp. He's going to find the 1 player pushing stairs here if he continues. Shot reveals their position. Oh, no. He scoped in, wasn't able to see him. And now Wad's trying to take matters in his own hands here. He can wait for his teammate to help him out. And oh, my goodness. Out, yeah. He had no teammate.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good effort there. Now the match is going to be paused again, so we'll find out what's going on here, too. Oh, that just looks like they just got trigger happy. So UTA picks up the round. All right, round number 13. Deagles, CZ. We got 1 P250 in the hands of Greatness. All have body armor. And now you can see UTA was waiting for some type of aggressive push. They knew that they were going to be on a save. Especially after seeing that Greatness and Parker both had AWPs from that round. It's easy to assume that they're going to be on a save. And Parker's on fire. He has to step out of it. He did not have a smoke to basically help himself out. So it's a great molly coming in here. Now Wad's going to try to make some ridiculous shots. Now he's got himself an AK. And he will now hold this one out for a little bit longer. Sub-Zero Fiend has found a player. That was Faya over on a ramp.
There's actually a Molotov there. Yep. I think that could actually be very beneficial if he's able to get that. Obviously, not wanting to stretch your life for it, but it could help them in a round if they have to go for a retake, but it's going to be found towards... Yeah, it's unfortunate there. Nice guy deciding to look on over, and Terra's found a nice shot. They're actually pushing towards Connector. Oh, my goodness. He's found another one.
Let's go ahead and get the reel ready for Terror on this Deagle clip, because... he is now left alive, and this one-on-one with the bomb down. And, Invader comes up, and he's able to pick him off. Good shots coming in for Terror, but it is 8-5. UTA does have the lead right now. And I would say UTA's got a good lead on. I mean, this map is about a 9-6 CT-sided map. So UTA already picking up these rounds. It's good to see. And again, we see Greatness and Parker are the ones with the AWPs.
I wonder why that is. I wonder why Faya hasn't...
And Parker's got a glass cannon again.
That is a good call out. Now he's making his way towards window. There's actually not a smoke there, but there are 3 players at mid. So the second he pokes his head out, he's going to be seen. Greatness holding the angle. He's going to find 1, and that's Vader. That's been Vader. We've seen him at that B bomb site previously. Wad pushes forward the smoke.
Oh, through the smoke.
Able to find where the bullets were hitting him from, and great awareness there, as this looks to surely be round number 6 on the board for FGCU. It's left down to Sub-Zero Fiend. We saw him clutch it before in a 1v2 situation, but this is a different animal in a 1v5 where everyone has everything against you. They don't know where he's at, so that's the one advantage he has, but the unfortunate part is he does not have the bomb. That is down at mid. That is being watched by not only 1 player, but 3 at this point. One of those being the AWP of Parker. And you've got 50 seconds to work with if you're Sub-Zero. Seems like he's going to try and hold on to this AK from this position. I think as soon as they find if he's able to find one pick, they might collapse on him from both angles. Doesn't look like they're trying to push him, though. Wad's got pretty far forward towards that mid position. Seems like they'll allow him to hold on to this gun for now.
10 seconds here, counting away.
Oh, this timing.
Oh, I think Fio was actually waiting. He's probably gonna try to take him out once it hit 0. But since he saw him start to turn, he went ahead and reacted to it. As we take another look here, this is where another one straight through the smoke. Good control again. 8-6. Still in favor of UTA. This is the final round of the first half. And we'll see. Galil's got a UMP. Vader likes that UMP, so I won't necessarily think that that's too bad for him.
He's got a nice skin on it.
So it looks like we're going to see an A attack full on. And the players are not really set up for a quick rotate from B. But now, for some reason, Greatness decided to fall back here towards. And here comes the flashes over the top. Smokes are being set up there to be able to block off from Jungle. They've made their way inside the site, get their way towards the site. And now Terror, who's in a tough spot, he'll get taken down by Excavit. But Faya is alive, but he's blind. He takes out 2. Parker's got another one. There's his his second. As that's left up to Sub-Zero Fiend. Sub-Zero, he's going to get eliminated by Greatness, and it's 8-7. Crazy quick round coming in. But UTA does take the first half. And we'll see. We'll see if UTA can push this as we take another look here.
He's going to jump on his head. He got on top of him there. He tried to squash him like a Goomba, but unfortunately, his Greatness missed that first shot, but able to recover and get it for the last shot and the last kill of that round. 8-7 going in the favor of UTA that half, as you called out, Corey, as we see FGCU now making their way right out towards mid. They're going to use that one smoke to push through Cat, and they're going to go to this B bomb site. They're also pushing out through Connector, and that's a dink all the way from downtown onto Faya as he moves in and is taken out by Vader. There's now 3 players on this site, 2 players on this site, 1 player down. Oh my goodness, what a retake there. Kills being spread out across the team. Excuse me, not a retake, but rather a take, as FGCU is looking commanding in his pistol round. And, ooh, nice shot there from Sub-Zero. He finds himself once again in the clutch position. We see one player actually going for a flank. Whether he'll get there in time or not, we'll have to find out, and he does not have to, as Wad and Terror are able to hold the site. And tying up the scoreboard with the pistol round is FGCU. Number 8 on the board for each.
Now this is FGCU's pick, so we'll start to see how they like to execute on this map. See if they've got any particulars that they like to do. Oh my goodness, look how fast they're able to get into the A bomb site. All of them are inside of Connector right now, and there's the firing squad as Greatness has now found them all, and he's like, oh goodness. And there's the AK that's coming out, and there's another one, and he sprays away. But to goodness, they've been able to take away a few weapons here. And now Vader's going to try to see if he can get this AK. He does, and he falls into the hands of Wad. 9-8 now in favor of FGCU.
That was a bit of damage. Despite going to a 9th round in the favor of FGCU, that was a lot of damage. Considering they knew where all 5 were at, I would say that was probably more damage than it needed to be, but regardless, they are going to get all the utility and all the weapons that they would like to have. On the flip side, we see the AWP, the glass cannon, coming out from Cram. He is holding down the window, but will be rotating off that position very quickly as Parker has the bomb and is really pushing his way forward. Even mollies himself off. He's trying to stop himself from getting too far forward, and the 2 players of his team have been already picked off. So he's going to have to commit to this site, and they're going to see that's the bomb as he pushes out. And every single player getting picked off one by one on the side of FGCU, and that means their money is completely shot. We only see $1,400 on the side of Greatness. That is bad, as it's tied now 9-9, surely to be in favor of UTA.
Yeah, this game's kind of felt like a a pug.
And you're not talking about the dog. You're talking about the online play.
Yes.
I don't know why I felt like I had the urge to reiterate that.
Yep, that's okay. There may be 1 or 2 people that don't know what that means.
Well, for those 1 or 2 people out there, you're very welcome. We try to be educational here at Esports Stadium Arlington. Spy is not able to find the head, and this should surely be the round here for UTA. At least finds one.
Ooh, okay. His FOV is just slightly different. I mean,
oh, nice.
Hey guys, here's a party favor. Have one.
I wonder where that one came from. It looks like he was close to the ticket window, so
yep,
just
correct.
chucked it.
Yep. Just right on top of him.
Yeah, that's exactly where. Okay, he was on site, but boom. From downtown.
He's heating up.
Super Zero for 3.
Hey.
Bang!
I like it.
Sounds like a video game character. I had to. As they make their way onto the A site quickly, and
hey.
oh no, that's the bomb, and oh geez. Oh boy, okay. This has gotten rough on the side of FGCU. The execute's not working in their favor as Sub-Zero's come alive. It has died at the meantime, and I mentioned that. Faya finding himself in the 1v3 situation. We saw this before where he was able to find 1v1s. He got it down to just one person, but the AWP is holding that angle, and that is a hard-fought battle for them.
Oh, timeout.
Yes, it is 9-11 in favor of UTA. Looking like we're going to move to a map 3 here, Corey. And you know something I want to point out here is that this is FGCU's map pick.
Yep.
We kind of gave it to UTA a little bit, eating their lunch, in fact, and telling them that they should not have picked Nuke. We didn't understand what some of the things they were doing. But I will say FGCU's, their T side hasn't had exactly the most stellar showing for themselves.
They're at least, I mean, they've started to, a couple of the rounds that we've seen, they've executed together and they've rushed rushed sites together. The weird things that have happened is whenever, I believe it was Parker, he had taken the bomb by himself, he was leading into the B bomb site. That wasn't necessary. So we'll see. Oh, they're getting Wad trying to challenge inside of mid.
You know he has that AWP. You absolutely know it's in his hands, and he's been watching mid every single time. So I think just starting to try to get aggressive. Maybe if they find one lucky deagle shot, that's the opening they're looking for. But I'd rather not base it on luck rather than try to guarantee some successes.
Ooh.
Well, Greatness is able to find one, and that's a player on A. The bomb is, however, still in the back of spawn. So at some point they'll need to go and grab that. As
Parker got into the window.
Parker's making some noise now, and he's got himself an AWP to work with. They need to. Okay.
Go ahead.
Say they need to get that bomb, and then 2 of them just go.
Go ahead, get excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that, this round is shifted back in favor of UTA. And Parker is making some noise, so they know generally where he's located at.
We'll say there is a shot in the fact that these players are separated. They'll not be joining each other, and that's what a shot!
Oh.
That could have been something special, but Vader was in a position to get the trade, and oh my goodness.
That would have been fun if he was able to crouch in time as we take another look here.
What a 180 this is.
And then, getting hit. He turn, and then he turns again and gets shot in the same direction.
We talked about Unk's DPI yesterday, but I feel like Parker plays at a pretty high sensitivity himself.
Yeah, Unk gave us some information about his DPI.
Oh, we actually got it?
Yeah, so let me look for it real fast so everyone can be able to take a look here with us.
All right, well, as you do that, Cram's able to find another shot on the Terror. So Terror having a lot of success on the A side as the CT side hasn't exactly had the most fun in this half. With that said, there's only one player onto that A side, and the bomb is not in position again, so they'll have to run it over, but that allows for the rotation. Actually, they rotate one player off to rotate one player on. Faya's got himself in a great position, but they won't know that one's watching through ticket. He's not going to expect this one here, and he's, a little bit slow on the shot, but he still gets him.
Yeah, so let's see, he does pick himself up. He's Cram's got an AWP, and I think Faya's taking some damage here. But look out, nice guy on the flank. Oh man, Parker though. Now he's gonna creep his way in here. He's trying to see what he can find, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to allow them to be able to take out his teammates too fast. And so nice guy And Faya has not reacted to this. Goodness. So 12-10 as FGCU picks up the round. But again, Faya didn't even react to the one kill that just came in. But for those that are curious, Unk has a 2.3 in-game sense and but only a 400 DPI. He actually uses his arm to aim, so he's a full arm player. So he uses everything. So that's why we're seeing such a what looked like high sense.
What does that come out to be?
I don't remember. I mean, 400 DPI is stupid low. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I play with 400 DPI. I play with, I think, 400 and then 0.5 is. Now we're starting to find some more players on site. Oh, he reveals his position, and that is the open opportunity for Faya. And you know, Corey, as we were starting to talk about their T side a little bit here, it seems like they're coming to life. Just as we started mentioning that, as FGCU is going to have themselves a bomb plant. Vader finding himself on only 1 HP. And that is going to close it out. He got hit by the wood chips from the wall there, and oh my goodness, that's unfortunate. From Cram, not able to find the player. That's going to spell out round number 11. That was a Deagle round. They were only to find one on Terror. So not in the worst position here.
Well, John, if you have a 400 DPI, I'd recommend upping your DPI and lowering your sense.
Why?
Because at that point you've got more dots per inch that are being read by the mouse, which means you have a better assessment there. Still getting your same thing, but I still think that DPI is better than adjusting a computer sensitivity. Recommendation, just as we
Does
see
that
right
actually
there.
make a difference?
Yeah, you can see.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess I'll find out.
I mean, you're going to hear, even for us that we've seen in our collegiate chat, just a wide variety of different sensitivities.
I just found what was most comfortable for me, like right at that sweet spot. I think in Valorant it's like 1.6 and then 400 DPI, something like that.
Yes, now we're seeing them execute over here towards the A bomb site. Bomb carrier's just now getting into the bomb site as well. And Terror with the spray. And Escabit. This bomb is going to get planted. Is left up to Nice Kai now, though. Nice Kai is over by Jungle. He might have a chance here. Oh, it is a 1-on-3. I take that back. I just made the assumption there's only 2 players. Didn't look at the overall HUD. So all tied up at 12. And FGCU has found their way back into this game. And let's take a look here. So UTA has got themselves a CZ. They're basically just kind of buying pistols here in this round, as FGCU won the last 3 rounds here. And the fight inside of mid will continue, but look out for underpass. They're on a flank. The timing of this is a perfect strategy, perfect counter for this. And we're going to see them start to be able to work in here towards the bomb site. And now they're going to be on the flank, but the timing is just not well for them, as Parker and I believe Faya were coming into the action late. And oh man, the coincidence that Faya and Parker decided to take their time to get and join up with their teammates. FGCU could have been in a tougher spot. Now, of course, they were on a pistol save from UTA, but the flank could have happened, and it could have been caused, and FGCU could have been in a very distraught position, but that's not going to be what happened there.
Now a must-win round coming out for UTA, as their money will be absolutely broken, and they will be reset if they do not win this one. FGCU had a good feeling about that last round, and they want to repeat that success. 2 players on the B bomb site, Invader, and 1 playing from Connector is Nice Kai. They will find Vader, but Vader finds them first. He throws the Molotov down. He's playing on site. Nice Kai's able to find 2, and that has shut down this aggression as the bomb has fallen on the site. The rotation's coming in. Faya is burning alive. He's down to 13 health. He's going to find Vader and find him once again. Finds him first. Terra is all down to him. He finds a nice headshot onto Nice Kai, but that's surely the round. There should be absolutely no way he wins this 1v3 unless they give him 1v1 fights like that. They need to work a little bit more as a team. He's got 14 health. Just get the nice taps on the M4. He doesn't know that the player is towards bench. He's actually being wary of the flank. And, ooh. Yeah, got a 2 ahead of himself there. I think he should have started from the position he was at. If he wanted to use the Molotov, throw it towards bench and just wait. See what he sees. He could still wait it out. He had plenty of time. So what we called a must-win round, what I called a must-win round from UTA, they win it, and they keep themselves ever more alive and keeping some money in their pockets and able to up their weaponry. It's now 13-13. Reminder, if FGCU win this map, they will move on in the tournament, move on in the bracket to face Kansas State, or UTD.
Yep.
In which UTD beat them previously. Otherwise, if UTA win this map, we will find ourselves on the decider of Dust 2. Parker starting off this round with a nice pick onto Exhibit.
Graham's still trying to take back over, but he realizes his teammate's under fire. Oh, wow, what a flick to the head. As Greatness just get uppercutted. And so now you've got 4 players already on the A-bomb site. Bomb will get planted by Wad. I'll take a look and see if they can be able to retake this bomb site. As they've been losing weapons as well. Kram's he's got 20-50.
And they call for the save.
Yep, that's what I started to look at with them as well.
I think smartly so. That's 3 people left. They don't have a kit. They were behind just walls of utility between that Molotov at Connector and then the smoke at Jungle. They had no real way to get in there comfortably. They'd have to just bank it off winning these gunfights. And if you actually look at the mini-map here, we're seeing Wad and Faya trying to take these guns out of the hands. They're absolutely going to hear this. I'm surprised they're not having Kram look over. There he goes. He starts hearing the footsteps, and he might find the shot here. He does. So that removes 1 AK out of the hands. They've got enough money to buy it. But if he lost that AWP, that would have been a dagger.
Yeah, there you go. There you see weapon being tossed over. Round bonus right now for UTA was at 2,900. So it's been reset here.
Oh, 1 player so far mid, and that is Parker. Oh my goodness, I don't even see any utility up there. He just ran in and just found the pick. And now that's the op out of the round again. Oh my goodness, Greatness just runs his way out. No one's watching Palace. What is going on here in this round, Corey? It sounds like Nice Guy's going to be able to find Parker. That's the AWP. They got the smoke down at Ticket, and that should be the bomb site again. They're going to clear our Connector with that Molotov. And holy smokes.
Holy Toledo. These are all different references that could be used.
Holy mackerel. That's the site.
I can't believe they left a few different positions and things that were open that they shouldn't have, which made this super difficult for them. So now we're at game match point for FGCU.
If we have a replay on the Parker, I'd love to see how he just aggressively ran his way forward.
Yeah, so we got a little match pause, so we've got time to take a look at it. See where this pause is taking us. And
all right, so he did just, yeah, look at that. He just ran past the smoke.
They smoked off window.
He risked it. That's such a risk, but it worked out for him as Kram completely caught off guard there.
Well, they did smoke off window, and then they did get the smoke for catwalk, and so yeah, it is a risk to push through your own smoke like that and become exposed from Connector, but it does pay off. He does have a really good flick. Now I'm wondering why we're in a pause.
I think it might have been in timeout. It looks like we've resumed, and that felt like it was about the same time as a timeout. And I'll take it as such, unless we see something else warranting. Well, Parker hasn't bought yet. That might be it. That surely looks like to be it, but unfortunately this round has begun. Not sure. Oh, no, he's back. Okay, he's back. You got an AK.
Yeah, they were concerned about one of their players, whether they lagged out, and he ended up actually not lagging out, so we're all good.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to buy armor or any utility. And as you can see, he's got money in the bank to do so.
Yeah, and Parker lagged on Nuke last game.
He actually lagged out on this map,
was
too.
It this map?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
it was the CT side, because we talked about his shadow and his outline.
You're correct.
By shooting some bullets to make it sound like they can't hear him dropping. Either way, they're going to hear both of those as Greatness, I'm sure someone's going to be watching Palace this time. You'd have to imagine so. So you see Sub-Zero's, oh no, that is just awful timing. He was throwing utility, and now there's a player under Palace, but these...
Oh, that was Parker, and he did not shoot back. So we would probably, if FGCU cannot win this round, which they're in a good position to do so, the bomb just hasn't made it towards A yet. That might be the devil's in the details, but he will be able to get into the site. He will get the bomb planted. And Vader over the top. Oh, no.
He had it.
And that's going to really cause an impact here for them to be able to make a retake here. Oh, but Vader's still winning gun. Oh, but nice Kai over the top. And Faya wins one. Oh, he's going to rely on his utility here. Peeks out. Nobody's going to be there. Can try again. Oh, and Vader wins the gunfight. And we'll probably be seeing a pause here.
Yeah, that has to sting. They were so close. That's like one of those moments where I can feel like my palms getting sweaty just thinking about you're on the bomb is planted is the potential very last round of the game, and then one of your players disconnects. That has to hurt. But it seems like Parker has been able to join us again.
He must just be hitting some really bad lag spikes.
Which is unfortunate, but now this is the round that means it all. It was only FAMAS's on the side of UTA, and they were able to clutch it out to get one more round for themselves. And oh no, Sub-Zero again.
Why?
Just finding himself in no man's land.
Yeah, why would you do that?
And now they only got one player on the site. Look at it. Everyone is still on that B bomb site. We're seeing a rotation coming through now. And so is the bomb. Those players who were previously mid are now running back to CT. They want to make this site happen. His Greatness has already found himself in a very forward position. He's found himself the site and a lot of information as he smokes off the Molotov in jungle. Doesn't want to see anyone pushing through. The only position left to smoke is those stairs, which they haven't done so yet. Vader's going to once again pop up from that smoke, and Greatness not able to find one. The bomb's going down. It's a 4v3 in the favor of FGCU. UTA's got to win this one here to force overtime, or else they are out of this tournament. We see the AWP in the hands of Parker, and he's still with us here. So Terror's holding that from A ramp. They're all coming from a connector. Wad's going to find one. It's 2 down. And that's going to close it out. 16-14 on their map pick of Mirage. Wow. As they will move forward in the bracket, and they will now face UTD to try to complete this University of Texas gauntlet.
Yeah, I had a feeling going into this game that I was thinking that this map would actually end in an overtime. But 16-14 in favor of FGCU.
So close.
So it was a 2-0. So Greatness, he lives up to his word. We will not see Dust 2.
Yeah, little did we know he was just talking in favor of his team.
Yeah. No, I figured.
Of course. Of course.
So FGCU, they will now advance, face off against UTD. And we're going to go ahead and take a break. That matchup was not supposed to start until 6 p.m. Central.
So we are way ahead.
Yeah, and it's currently 4:30 right now Central. And so we'll be paying attention to that. We'll talk with the teams as well, see if they'd like to start it earlier. It doesn't have to start right away. So we'll talk with the team, see if they want to start the games a little bit earlier, but stand by with us if you want to. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Esports Stadium, or be able to stay tuned with us right here on twitch.tv. You can hang out with us. We'll take a look quickly at the bracket right now as well to give you a quick update of where things are at. You can see the first matchup of the day, 16-9 over FGCU. That was on Mirage, or I can't remember. I'm not at my notes at this point. I think that was on Nuke.
That was on Overpass.
Oh, goodness.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said UTD and FGCU?
Yeah, it was on Overpass.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I was just trying to flip to my pages to see that. So that was 16-9 on Overpass. Then the next matchup where we saw was on Nuke with UTD and Kansas State. That was 17-6. That's where we saw Kansas State advance. We also saw Pure Penguin, which is awesome to hear from him. I haven't seen an update yet on this.
He did it.
He did do it?
He did do it.
All right, so I'll have to check it out. I haven't seen it yet.
It's magical.
That's good to see. We'll show it on stream as well, because I think that's awesome. Oh, well, there you go. We'll show it on stream. Here it is.
Hey, right now.
Oh, those are pretty good little penguins.
I like the eyeballs on penguins. On specifically his. His are like the rounded, like almost like eggs looking, like, you know.
John, here's the real question for you. What's your favorite flavor of crayon?
I'm going to take a break, and I'll get back to you on that one. How about that?
All right, we'll take a quick break. We've got our last match, our last best of 3 of the entire group play will be after this We'll stay tuned with you with more Counter-Strike.